In this session, I'm going to show you probably one of the most important things you can do in your entire fundraising journey. And that's doing the deep research to ensure that an investor is the right investor for you and you're the right company for them. And more importantly, you do enough to get them to pay attention to you. Let's dive right in. So I'm going to show you from start to finish how to go about this research phase. It's very, very important. One thing that I like to use is OpenVC, openvc.app. At a simple level, put in, let's say SaaS, it is there. Let's talk about United Kingdom. Okay. We're going to talk about prototype and early revenue, so kind of pre-seed, and yeah, $1 million. Let's do that. And I click search. And straight away, it has a really nice link here. And we've got 22 pages, lots, right? So maybe we want to filter that down. But I'm just going to show you just one example. So let's click on Concept Ventures. So we can see Concept Ventures UK based. So if we're in the UK, this is fine. It doesn't really tell us a great deal else. Maybe we can go to their website and we can see. So it's pre-seed fund. So we know it's about UK pre-seed. We know they're right up to 750K initially. We know, let's have a look at Get Started. Let's see what else they tell us. These are kind of the themes that they're doing. So work, they're in pre-seed and work. New tools, powering legacy incumbents, infrastructure, and emergence companies. So we've got a lot of detail here to really create a really compelling hook. We also have, which is really, really handy. Well, up here we have a whole bunch of their portfolio. This is great. Really, really helpful for us. We've got Reese Treasury, Ollie Kicks. It's brilliant. Really, really helpful. And what we're going to be able to do now is really be able to dig down and create something really, really interesting. I do wonder whether we can maybe go down even a deeper level. So if we, for example, we look at Oliver Kicks, so we've got a really interesting link about him. So we could, we could do a hook about this. He plays Apex, active in crypto and as an angel player. So he's focusing on marketplace, vertical SaaS, right? So really interesting information. We can even go to his LinkedIn, right? Which is really important. You'll see why now. So here's his LinkedIn. If we go and we see Indo AI, which is a architectural tool set. So this is really, really helpful. Really helpful. So we've got lots of information. Next thing we want to do is open up a spreadsheet. And you can see this spreadsheet. Now, let's collapse that down. So let's create this Carrot.co research. What we'll do, very simple, we want to create first name, in this first name, last name, VC, email, hook. Hook is a really important thing. Now, we're going to talk to or send an email to Oliver Kicks. He's from Concept Ventures. Now, of course, we want Oliver's email. So let me show you. We're going to jump back to his LinkedIn and let's see how we can get his email address from his LinkedIn account. Very interesting extension called Apollo. I'm going to show you Apollo in a minute, but with Apollo connected to my Chrome, I've got his email. I could have guessed that, to be fair, but there's his email. So I'm going to copy his email to the clipboard and to put his email in the spreadsheet. And now this is the hook, right? The hook is that compelling thing. So I would say, love your recent investment in Gendo. I think it's a super compelling use of Gen AI. Would love your thoughts on what we're building. Okay? Do this 20 times, say. Get 20 different investors in here. So first name, last name, what VC they're at, the email address, give them a hook. This is this really compelling paragraph, this really compelling sentence that will make sure they realize you've done your research and you want to speak to them and you're giving them a compelling reason to look at your email. I'm going to now download that as a CSV file, import it as a CSV file. That's now downloaded. Next thing I want to do, I'm going to open up Apollo. Log in to Apollo. And here is my dashboard in Apollo. The very first thing, and you could use Woodpecker, you could use MailChimp. I'm just showing you Apollo. The very first thing is we want to set up what we would call a custom field. So if we pop the bottom left to settings in Apollo, and we go to objects, data management objects, if we go to contacts, we create a custom field. Let's call it hook. There's the hook, right? And we're giving it a multi-line text, 500 maximum. Easy, very, very helpful. So custom contact fields under objects, contacts, and we've called it hook. If I now go back to the top page of Apollo, I click over here where it says sequences, a brand new sequence, and I'm going to create it from scratch. We're going to call it CarrotCo. I'm going to click add step, and I'm going to create a automatic email. Click OK. Now, this is where the magic happens. So I always start, remember that the subject sells the open sells the copy sells the deck, and the deck sells that first call. So let's just give it a really straightforward name, CarrotCo B2B SaaS platform for carrot growers. Okay. Now, and this is on the left-hand side, go to the bottom to the dynamic variables, we go first name, and then we go hook. If you go into custom, this is hook. Remember we created hook a minute ago? So this is hook, okay? And now we create the generic text that everybody will see. We're going to click save, first of all. And then, so that goes on day 1. So the second email, I'm going to send, I think 6 days after the first step. Now, what I can do is I can set a new email, or I can just reply to previous thread, and I can say, click send. You can see I now have 2 emails. Email 1, day 7. Sorry, email 1 goes out on day 1. Email 2 goes out on day 7. I'm going to set up one last one, which I'm going to send up, I would say 5 days after the previous step. Again, I'm going to do a previous thread, or I could just do it as a brand new email. Just let's click save. So I now have 3 emails set up. Day 1 is going to send out that email. Second email will go out on day 7, which is 6 days after the first we set up. Email 3 will go out on day 12, which is 5 days after the second one. For each of these, we can A/B test if we wanted to. Now, going back to the first email. On the left is what we set up. We've got the subject, we've got the email, and we can click here to actually attach the file. But you'll note here on the right-hand side, we have example as a name, and this is hook. So this is where the magic happens. Now, if you go here to add contacts, you can do several things. You can send to a list of prospects, select a list that you already created, but I'm going to upload the CSV that we chose before. So I just click upload, I import the CSV file. Okay, now, this is the CSV file. Watch carefully. So you can see this is the first row. So, and this is the name of the row. So the first one goes to contact first name. Last, which is the name of the column we gave in our spreadsheet, and then have contact last name. VC, I'm going to call, right, this is just my internal use, just the account name. There's the contact email and the hook. Watch this carefully. We go to all the way down. There you go. Custom field hook. Okay.
Down here, you can ignore this for the moment. This is quite specific to Apollo. Let's click import and watch what happens. Now, here's our first email. So you can see this is the email stuff. Now in the contacts here, let's choose Oliver Kicks. Find the right hook. There it is. You see? So there's the hook on the left. And here's the hook there. So when we click send and we click off the sequence, the email that we have sent with our hook will get sent to Oliver. And if you're Oliver, you're going to read this and go, oh, wow, they've really researched us. And they've told me why they are right for us, because we're a pre-seed investor and I'm looking for, the guys looking for a pre-seed raise. It works like magic. Yeah. So click save. And then go over here, click this to activate. Boom. We are now live. And Ollie Kicks and any of the other investors we put in our CSV are going to get that email. It's really, really powerful. There's a lot to take in there, so go through this again really slowly if you want. But hopefully that's been helpful.